Hello, hello, hello. Today, today we are sad. Today, well, not really sad. Yesterday, last night, that was sad. Today, I'm officially accepted that the Phillies have lost to the Arizona Diamondbacks. 2 games at home left, and that baseball is fucking stupid. No, but seriously, fucking just you have 2 games left. I know the reason we lost this series is because I'm blaming 70% of it on our hitters. Our top guys who can hit the baseball did not show up. Let's fix this camera real quick. There we go. All right, it's fine. They did not show up when it mattered the most. They needed to hit from game when it starting from game 3. Our only run was off a stolen base. They let their rookie pitcher dominate us the entire night. Ranger did good for the most part, and then Craig Kimbrell fucking. I mean, the offense couldn't score and produce one fucking run in that game. And then Craig Kimbrell blew his save. Well, he didn't blow his save, but the game was tied, and he gave up the game-winning run. Same thing with game 4. I believe we were up. Yeah, we were up 5-2. Gives up a 3-run shot to tie the game. Eventually lose game 4. Game 5, we came back. We did a little better. And then we had 2 games left at home. Game 6 and 7, our best hitters were 1 for 28, especially Castellanos. He hasn't had a hit since the first game of the series. We needed Schwarber, Harper, and everyone else to step up, and they didn't fucking do it. The only person who stepped up in Game 7 when it mattered the most was Alec Bohm with the 1 home run and the run in, and Stott with the RBI double. But other than that, they didn't win. They came up short. It's fucking embarrassing. And now today, all the retarded Braves fans are. I've seen I see nothing but a bunch of retarded Braves fans on my fucking timeline. Phillies won, especially their stupid fucking mascot. Like, how are you gonna fucking brag and boast about us losing when we beat your ass 3-1? Seriously, just go back in your little corner, shut the fuck up, and move on with your fucking life. Bunch of fucking losers. Anyway, fucking, I'm just angry. Like, I'm more so just accept. I'm not. Well, I'm still angry, but I'm more so have still just accepted that we lost. And now the Rangers are gonna fucking sweep them. That's what I'm going. I'm saying Texas Rangers are gonna sweep the fucking Diamondbacks in 4 fucking games. And that's probably the last time we talk about baseball until the Rangers sweep them and say fuck you, I was right. It's probably the last time we talk about baseball on this show. And to move on to recap the week 7, I'm not gonna lie to you, I did not really watch any of the games this weekend. I only watched the Eagles game that night only because I've been I've been playing Spider-Man 2. Very good game, by the way. And I wanted to stream the game, but the only problem was I couldn't figure out how to get the audio to, I guess, get the audio to stream through my capture card. Like, I'm able to listen to it in my headphones, but when I'm playing, like when I'm streaming, no audio goes through the capture card and through the live stream. So there's no game audio in the live stream. It's only my commentary. So anyway, so I gave up on trying to stream it, and I've just been playing Spider-Man 2 for like these past few days, like crazy. So we're just gonna go like I seen some of the highlights. So we'll go over a couple of the important highlights that I've seen. Jags beat the Saints. I'm not gonna lie, I was shocked. I thought the Saints would bounce back and win at home, but clearly the Jags they were the better team. Ravens absolutely destroy the Lions 38-6. I thought the Lions were going to beat them on the road, but clearly I was wrong. And finally, this passing offense looks good. It's looking like what we probably all expected them to look at the beginning of the year, but now it seems like they finally find their stride. Have Lamar throwing like going back to his MVP form, throwing like 4 touchdowns. Bears shockingly beat the Raiders, only because I thought Garoppolo would have came back by now, but guess he's still hurt. And who was it? Is it Hoyer? I don't know who started. It was Hoyer or O'Connell, but Justin Fields also hurt too, so that wasn't really a good reason why the Raiders should have lost that game. This game, this game is kind of important. Well, arguably probably the most important game because of the couple of the crazy calls I've seen. On the last drive of the game for the Browns, I'll get to Sean Watson in a second, but the Browns were on offense. The Colts stopped them. They forced a fumble and they recovered it, but they called an illegal contact on the Colts. And then the very next, so that's 5 yards, automatic first down. And then next play was pass interference. It was, yeah. So so what was the play? It was they fucking go tosses the ball in the end. Fucker tosses the ball in the end zone. Actually out of the end zone where the receiver couldn't even catch it, and they called it which in my opinion, a lot of people agree is a bad opinion, very bad pass interference call, and it sets up the Browns to win the game. So they're 4-2. The Browns are in third place in the AFC North right now. They're technically in. If the playoffs were to start, they would technically be the 6th seed, which is insane to think about. And now for the Deshaun Watson thing. Supposedly he started the game, and then he left for PJ Flecker to come back in. So the whole shoulder is still bothering him, which is crazy to me because he's been cleared to play, but clearly it's something still wrong with the shoulder. And supposedly I saw something on Twitter today that people were roasting him, and then Brady Quinn got in on the action, which the response was pretty fucking hilarious. But yeah, so Browns beat the Colts in a very bad fashion, 39-38. Patriots beat the Bills. That's a shocker. Mac Jones finally stepped up, I guess. This game I didn't see. 14-7. Good on the Giants Giants finally did something right without Daniel Jones. Falcons surprisingly beat the Bucks. I thought the Bucks were going to win this game, but now the Falcons lead the NFC South, which is wild to me. And I know I sound like a hater talking about the Falcons, but like I said in the beginning, I did not expect a lot from them. They've Desmond Ritter as a quarterback, and honestly, like arguably the best quarterback in that division is Derek Carr, and the Saints are only 3-4. They're right now they're out of the playoff hunt. And the Bucks are technically right now on the 7th seed, which is still crazy to me. But yeah, Kyle Pitts made a big play for once, and then the kicker made a field goal to win the game. So good on that. Good on the Falcons for beating the Bucks, taking the lead in the division. And this game right here, Steelers, they missed a quarterback sneak, but Rams couldn't challenge it. Refs called it a first down, and the Rams couldn't challenge it because they didn't have any more timeouts, which is, I don't think it was under 2 minutes, because if it were under 2 minutes, I think they would have reviewed the play. Yeah, I think that's the only reason why they weren't able to review it, because if it was about over 2 minutes. Seahawks beat the Cardinals 2010. Not shocking. Cardinals suck. They don't seem to be competitive anymore, but we'll see how it goes. Seattle's still rolling. Broncos got their second win of the season, finally beating the Green Bay Packers 19-17. Sean Payton, Russell Wilson looked a little bit better, finally getting a win. Chiefs beat the Chargers. Travis Kelce and Mahomes did their thing. Offense kicks ass in the first half. My Eagles. These are the only 2 games I really had the most time to watch. Was the Eagles beating the Dolphins 31-17, and again a lot of referee controversy here because the Dolphins had 10 accepted penalties. The Eagles technically had 0, but we had I would say we had only 2, but the Dolphins also committed penalties on those plays as well, so they offset. And I get some of the play. One of the plays was that they missed the face mask on Bradbury, which I understand. I'd be upset too, but it happens all the time. Like refs miss calls all the time. So I'm not really complaining about the refs in this game because, like I said, like I talked about in the Browns and Colts game, 2 really bad calls, 2 two really bad calls that shouldn't have been called. But Dolphins, they a lot of times Dolphins were false starting. They were offsides. They were in the neutral zone. So a lot of it's just lack of discipline on the Dolphins' part. That's what I'd say the majority of the penalties were. I'd say like 89% of those penalties were just stupid penalties that they should not be able to commit in the first place. But that's just me. Hurts bounced back, which looks good. But bad news, it looks like he's hurt. There's a brace on his left knee. I haven't heard anything yet about his injury. I don't know if it's like a I don't know if it's like a ligament, not a tear, but like a strain or anything along those lines. But yeah, I guess we'll have to wait and see till like Thursday. He wasn't on the injury report today, so I guess he's not really that hurt. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Hurts is he's still pretty mobile, but he's still pretty mobile in the game. He didn't run as much, but it's all right. And the biggest upset of the weekend, the Vikings beat the 49ers. The Niners did not look good. Like Kirk Cousins stepped. I mean, both Kirk Cousins and Jordan Addison stepped up. Justin Jefferson was hurt, so Addison stepped up. He had two big plays for two touchdowns. And Brock Purdy, who's now, what we learned today, he's in concussion protocol, and he's probably not going to play against the Bengals this week. He looked human. Like in the fourth quarter, he had two very bad interceptions. Well, probably say too bad, but he threw two interceptions. One of them was pretty bad. The other one was like probably miscommunication. But it looks like this is the first time that Brock Purdy really didn't have the chance to like come back and lead his team down to win. So it's about time that Brock Purdy, like I think a lot of people said there was a lot of Brock Purdy cocksucking. So it's finally good to see that he actually looks kind of normal. And I thought he was a very good quarterback. Thought he was very game manager esque, like he was. I never called him elite. I thought he was a good quarterback. He was on the line of like game manager and then very good, not very good, but good quarterback. Like I'm definitely not elite. We don't talk because we don't talk put him in the same breath as like Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen, like players like that. We don't put him in that same category because we haven't seen him make any. We see him make some nice throws, but like we don't see him do it enough, I guess, to put him in that category. And I don't think he's going to be in that category. But that's just my opinion. Get a lot of hate from the Niners. Probably get a lot of hate from Brock Purdy fanboys saying that, but I don't really care. But let's move on to next week's games. This week this Thursday is the Bills and Bucks. Bills have lost a couple of games in a row. I think this will be the game where they finally bounce back. They're at home. They're gonna bounce back and beat the Buccaneers because they got some pretty key injuries. I believe Baker Mayfield was on the injury report. So I think because of that, I think the Bills will bounce back and they will win. They'll get back on the right track. Panthers and Texans both off bye weeks. Panthers are winless still. And I think the Texans will roll up in there and give themselves another win. I think the Texans they're the biggest surprise of the NFL right now, in my opinion. Being 3-3, I don't think I know I didn't think they'd be 3-3. I thought they'd be along the lines of like 2-4, 1-5. But CJ Stroud looks really great. He looks like the offensive rookie of the year right now. He's kicking a lot of ass and he's taking names. So good on the CJ Stroud. Good on the Texans coaching, the offensive coordinator and all the coaches there, and especially D'Amico Ryans. He looks really good right now. So yeah, I think the Texans are gonna win, beat the Panthers. Rams at Cowboys. These last couple of weeks, the Rams haven't looked that great on offense, and their defense is still sus. I really hate to say it, but I'm going to pick the Cowboys to beat the Rams. It's disgusting to say that, but I just think it's going to happen. I don't think the Rams have enough on offense and enough on defense to stop the Cowboys. So, Cowboys, unfortunately, I think they're going to go 5-2. Vikings at Packers. I think the Vikings will. They showed that they can fight back, and I think they're going to continue their streak. They're going to go 500. They're going to beat the Green Bay Packers. Saints at Colts. This is an interesting game. Obviously Richardson's done for the year. Saints look kind of okay on the road. Again, the team I picked to win the NFC South. I don't know. The Colts should have won that game, but like I said, a couple of bad penalties, so they still look pretty good. So right now, I'm gonna get. I think I'm gonna give it to the Colts. I'm gonna pick the Colts in this game. Colts looked because for the most part in the Browns game, from what I've seen in the highlights, they look good. So I'm still gonna go with the Colts. Patriots at Dolphins. Dolphins pretty easily. I think they'll bounce back, but we'll see if both the Bills and I see if the Patriots. I'm gonna be really curious if Bill Belichick takes what the Bills and the Eagles did, just basically be more physical than they were. Because they Dolphins won the first time. They played a week 2, so Dolphins won the first time. I think they're gonna win again. Sweep the Patriots. Jets at Giants, which is funny. They both play in the same stadium, but the Giants are the home team. Daniel Jones is still not clear to play, and I think the Jets will get the win just because I think Zach Wilson will do. He'll just be the game manager. He'll do just enough to win. He'll make a couple of nice plays, and I like Tyrod Taylor, but he's just not that dude. But it is what it is. Again, so Jets over Giants. Jags at Steelers. I'm going with the Jaguars in this game. Really not much to say there. Falcons at Titans. Falcons look good these past couple of weeks. Titans have not. They just gave up. They traded us Kevin Byard. So I'm gonna go with the Falcons. So get Falcons to beat the Titans on the road. Eagles at Commanders. We're in Washington this time. Lane over Maryland. The Commanders gave up a lot of sacks to the Giants this week, but again, their offensive line sucks, but they were good against us. We still had I think we had 5 sacks against them, but still, I just want the Eagles to dominate. I think we're gonna win, but again, I think it's gonna be a lot like the first time we played them. It's gonna be a close game, closer than it fucking needs to be. Now here's an interesting matchup. Browns at Seahawks. I'm gonna go with the Seahawks at home. Well, really just because they're at home and Deshaun Watson's out again. I like PJ Fleck and what he's done. He's a Temple kid, so I always root for Temple guys. But I just think the Seahawks are a better overall team, and they kick ass at home. So Ravens at Cardinals, Ravens easily without a doubt. Not really. There's not really much in depth analysis you need to go into. Ravens are going to dominate. Chiefs at Broncos. It's like the second time in 3 weeks the Chiefs play the Broncos. So Kansas City Kansas City's going to win again. Bengals at 49ers. Now, Brock Purdy may be out. I think Debo Samuel's still out. And Trent Williams, I don't know what's wrong with Trent Williams. I heard he's still hurt, but I don't know for sure. But in this game, I'm going with the upset. I'm going with the Bengals over the 49ers. And we got 2 shitty teams playing on Sunday night, Bears at Chargers. I'm going to go with the LA Chargers at home because they've got to win at home sometime. They've got to win again sometime. It's been a while. It's been like week 4. But anyway, Chargers over the Bears because Justin Fields isn't back. And the Monday night game is the Raiders are in Detroit, and the Lions are going to win, I would say, pretty handily. And that's really it for this week. Catch you all next week. Peace.